Rogue, a class chosen by those who wish to live out the fantasy of being a skilled assassin or thief, or by those who want to win a lot of games. I think we can all agree that Rogue is a class that already has a lot going for it. They have good mechanics and a solid overall theme, but if there's one thing that Rogues really lack, it's a good greetings emote. Let's be real here, the pleasure is mine is not a real greeting. Anywho, welcome back to another installment of Hearthstone Classes Revisited, the series where in each episode I take a class and add to it to reimagine what the class would be like if it was released into today's Hearthstone. This time my sights are locked onto the Rogue class, so hold on to your daggers and cards burgled from other classes, because you have no idea what I'm capable of. Alright, so as stated in the intro, I think Rogues already have quite a few good things going for them. The class has their keyword combo, and their other cards and mechanics do really well to sell the overarching theme of the class. So, if the class is already well made, what could I possibly add to it? Well, so, apparently a lot? This rework started off small, but definitely became the one I have added to the most. So let's go ahead and jump into how I've changed the Rogue class, starting off with some keyword updates. Our first keyword change is a very slight and minor change to the combo mechanic in Rogue. Now, whenever you play a card as a Rogue, you gain a combo point. These points don't have any real effect on how the combo keyword itself works. All combo cards are still active as long as you have at least one combo point, but this changes so that Rogues can now easily track how many cards they have played in a single turn. The second mechanic I'd like to touch on is a brand new keyword that would not necessarily be exclusive to Rogue, but instead used by melee damage classes like Rogue, Warrior, and maybe even Druid. This new keyword is called Wounding. A card with Wounding applies bleeds to characters that it damages. The amount of bleeds it applies is equal to the damage a wounding card does. What do these bleeds do? Well, at the end of a bleeding target's turn, that target takes damage equal to their bleeds and expends them. I would also imagine that when restoring health to a bleeding character, the bleeds would be expended before any health is regained. Finally, we have one more keyword to overhaul, a change that I believe could bring a lot more intrigue into the Rogue playstyle. In my opinion, one of Hearthstone's least interesting mechanics is stealth, so what if we entirely revamped this keyword, drastically changing how it is used? Now minions with stealth are entirely hidden from your opponent. When played, all your opponent will be able to see is that you played a stealth minion, but they won't know which one you played. Any battle cries performed by a stealth minion are also hidden so long as they do not affect your opponent in any way. A minion's stealth is also still lost once it attacks. Now you may be saying to yourself, well, my opponent can still piece together which stealth minion I summoned by seeing how much mana I spent on it. Stick around a bit longer because I do have a solution. But before we get to that, let's go over our final addition to the Rogue class, the Rogue skill sets. For each of these reworks, I try to take the specialization mechanic added with Death Knight and introduce it for the other classes, generally with a twist on how it works to differentiate it from the Death Knight rune system. When building a Rogue deck, you will now choose a skill set, which will allow you to run cards that are exclusive to that skill. But the twist this time around is that your chosen skill will also provide you with a minor passive effect that enhances its themes and mechanics. Let's go over the different skill sets and the types of cards you can expect to see from each one. Starting off with the Assassin Rogue. These rogues are experts with their weapons and gain access to the dual wield passive, allowing them to have two weapons equipped at a single time. Now do note that you can't attack with both of these weapons in one turn, but this ability does synergize with this skill's theme of applying buffs to their weapons in the forms of poisons. This skill set will also bring access to powerful removal effects and a heavier use of the wounding mechanic. Our next skill set is for those who wish to embrace the pirate's life. Outlaw rogues gain access to the Combo Strike passive, granting them combo points whenever they attack with their hero. These combo points would be central to this skill's themes, along with pirates that synergize with your hero attacking. This would also be the skill set for those who wish to gain access to cards from other classes. Finally, for the rogues that thrive in the dark of night, slithering through the shadows to unleash surprise attacks on their enemies, we have the Ambusher Rogue, who has access to the passive Hidden Movements. This passive hides any information about your hand, deck, and mana crystals from your opponent. See, I told you we had a solution for our stealth minions. Hiding the deck and hand size also helps with concealing the effects of your stealth minions, such as this minion who is stealthed and draws a card. Of course, this skill has a heavy emphasis on the stealth mechanic, but you can also expect to see an emphasis on card draw and mana manipulation, as well as some big combo effects. Finally, the last card I want to show off is one of my favorite cards I've ever designed. Check out the Ambusher legendary Matthias Shaw. Leader of the SI7, this super spy hides any minions you play this turn, The mind games with this card are insane, as your opponent doesn't even know if you've played him since he himself has stealth. I want to say that I would imagine not every rogue card made would be put into one of these skill sets, and there'd still be a lot of generic rogue cards that could be played in any deck. This system could instead be used to separate powerful synergies between cards, allowing for more design opportunities within the class, while also setting up distinct theme for the different rogue archetypes. But with that, we are finished with our rogue class revisit. Let me know what you think. Also, we hit 1,000 subscribers. It is crazy to me how quickly we have grown, and it means the world to me that you all enjoy these fun little videos. So thank you so much. Well, that is all I've got for you this week. Hope to see you all again very soon.